Today is the 2nd of June, 2021, and I'm going to be reading on the paraplegic governor of Texas, Gregg Abbott. He was involved in an accident in 1984. He went jogging, and after a storm, a tree limb came down on him and resulted in paralysis and damage to his kidneys. And he uses a wheelchair. You'd think that this would make him a better person, but I can't say that I feel it has. He thinks that the $6 million settlement that he got way back in 1984, which is huge, let me tell you, huge, is something that he claims anybody could have won. Well, no, they couldn't have. Let me tell you, they could not have. I was lucky to get half of that in an accident that took place only 2 years after his. And let me tell you, he got some special treatment. But of course he did. And of course he will never understand that. So what I'm wanting to see is what is his future politically and, in his life. I want to see what the cards want to share with regard to what his future politically holds, firstly, and I just want to see personally how this man is going to deal with it. So, let's see, because so many of these people are getting to deal with their ways biting them in the butt. These conservative people that have gone too far, they're extremists, like himself. I've seen time and time again with the readings I'm doing, and since you watch them, and you're watching the news and seeing that it's coming true, these people are, of course, they're getting in trouble. They're starting to. So it's only just the beginning of that. Wait till it really picks up. So I want the universe, if it would be so kind, to share with me what we need to know about Governor Gregg Abbott politically, his future, and personally. What would it do us well to know? He is a Scorpio, by the way. His birthday, I think, is like November, I don't know, let me see here. November 13th. So let's just take a look at Gregg Abbott and what does the universe want us to understand with regard to his political and personal future. What's coming? What can we expect to see? Okay, I feel like I just need to... So what does the future hold for Governor Gregg Abbott's political future and personal future? How are things going to go? Okay. Covering him is the Ace of Cups, which is an opening up of feelings, and there's a lot of, it indicates that he feels things pretty deeply, okay? As a Scorpio, despite the cool demeanor that he kind of gives, this kind of placid, weird thing he does, his feelings run very deeply. He's easily insulted. And it's hard for him not to, I'm just giving what I'm getting. It's hard for him not to, and I'm kind of It's like, no, shut up, say it. I'm like, okay. It's hard for him not to actually make a lot of things much more personal than they really are. That's what I get about him with this gift, the card that says gift, but it's the Ace of Cups. And here's the conservatism. What's crossing him are also not necessarily conservatism, but rules. The Hierophant, these are laws and lawmaking, and I know he's wanting to make a bunch of stupid ones. So he's very emotionally attached to the outcome of these. I see that. It's showing it right now. Based on the King of Pentacles. So there's money involved. And there's benefit. And this is him working with people. And working with his assistants, like 2 other people especially. Yeah, this is somebody he's working with down here, the King of Pentacles. It's going to be something lucrative for them to see, I think, a certain law. That's their emotional attachment. Certain laws, certain things go through, because I think there's some kind of kickback. There's some kind of benefit for them personally. Definitely. This is, in the recent past, him looking to go further with his agenda, and he's been able to do that. There is a lot of emotion, though, not only his own, around what he's doing. And right now, it looks like he's been able to do this. He's been pretty much kind of untouchable in this regard. Now, in the near future is the Magician. This is him manipulating to get what he wants, I think, in place. These laws that he wants in place. And he'll do whatever he's got to do, sleight of hand or otherwise, to get that in there. He's a manipulator, and he definitely has an agenda, and he's definitely working with people that have an agenda. And very much connected to that whole Trump crap. Right now, he knows that he's in a position of strength. And so he's swinging. He is trying to get these laws into the near future. And in his environment, I think is the Chariot. So it shows that this could be either he's going to be seeing success in what he's trying to do with Texas, with regard to Texas. Or it could be others that will have triumph that are maybe going to be looking at this behavior that this manipulation that he's trying to push into place. Let's just see. I'm not quite sure with this. Hopes and fears. This is he wants to be the big shot. He wants to be the big cheese, the guy that's getting all his agenda in the way he wanted to do and how he wanted it. He is nothing but a good old boy. definitely has the good old boy vibe. And he would fear not having this power. He would fear being like myself, a disabled person that has no clout to have all those privileges that he has in his life. He knows it. So on some level, he knows it. But look, that's what he gets, the Five of Pentacles. That is not a good end for someone that is working this hard. It could be that others will be successful in, I'm not sure, but maybe more successful in by the will of the people, perhaps, to do with the laws that he's trying to push through. He's been successful, it shows, in the recent past, but in the near future, it looks and feels like it's more of an effort, but he does feel successful yet with the people that he's working with, and they definitely have an agenda, and they're definitely trying to change laws, and that is their goal. Now, in the environment, again, I'm not sure. Is he triumphing in his environment and it's going to end up costing him, though? I think so. I think short term he is getting what he wants, but long term it just doesn't look well. Neither his health, particularly with the pentacles, because it's an earthly realm matter, and his career. So neither one of those look particularly robust at the end of the day here. So for right now, it looks like he's getting his way and he's feeling pretty powerful. But he is going to see a shift where he feels like he's out of the circle and he's not within the realm of power. He's just, in this card, very anxious, feeling, I think, distinctly on the outside looking in. Here you can see he looks like he's totally holding his power. He's wielding it. But something's going to happen here at the end of the day. A little further down the road, a little further into the future. And Abbott will not be looking at a robust governing of Texas. And I think his health could be affected by his nerves and feeling like his position is in, feeling that there's a threat to his position and his power and what was trying to put in place here. So I don't know that it will succeed. It may succeed initially, but something looks like it kind of just falls apart. And his health may go along with that. Let's pull a couple extra cards for clarity. This is the Star, so this is him definitely going through a difficult time. It does mean, yes, he will go through, at the end of the day, some difficult time, and he will be holding out hope. But he's going to feel very alone. That is interesting. The support he's not going to have, and it looks like people will be pulling support from him. And that is going to jar him. That's going to really jar him. It also will put him in a place of having to soul search. Dark night of the soul, and where he's going to want to kind of pull back into himself. And yet, he feels very alone. not at all like he is here, where he's feeling like he's in his power, like I've said before. Here, I just don't get that. He's losing his power. He's hopeful that it won't be too bad, whatever the outcome will be. But he's already feeling like thrown under the bus or feeling like he's vulnerable, for sure. There are decisions that are going to yet be made and that are secret or secretive. So there are things it's letting me know that, and secrets that yet he has to, well, there's things that he's going to be doing, and a lot of which is saying, depending on what he does with regard that are secretive, these things, it will make a difference in how it plays out. And he has yet, by free will, to choose how he's going to choose. But this deals with information he would not want coming out. And he's going to seek to fight it. It's like, I think, a new investigation. He'll be investigated, or be part of, or drawn into an investigation, is what I'm getting. And that is where, how interesting, I've done a number of readings, and this was one of the, on him, a number of different takes, because I flub up and stuff. So, but this was one of the cards, the first reading that I did in an attempt to read on him today, was this card had come out. And so this is showing me this is where he's going to, the changes that will be coming into his life and his health and in his career will require a great deal of patience. And I don't think he's particularly strong in this suit. And things will change. The things that he set into place and set into play and he thought were going to happen a certain way, I see something very different happening. And he's going to be fighting, I think, the opening up of activity into looking into his business, so to speak. And he's not going to be able to make it looks like change things that he wants to change before they get investigated. It's just a feeling I'm getting. And he gets the Hanged Man. So I feel that he's going to be reviewed. That's the word I'm getting. His activities will be reviewed. And I get a sense of suspension more than once. And it's not just because he's a paraplegic. I'm a paraplegic. And this is to do with, I feel like there's activity opening up with regard to him, and I see him having to kind of like hold still, if you will. And while aspects of his behavior, things he's been involved in, are more closely scrutinized. I have some sort of an agreement that it looks like, or this could be connected to his wife by chance, maybe a Queen of Wands. But I see this female has a partnership. I'm not sure that it's to him or to someone else, but I'm being given this. Oh, maybe this is the partnership with another female. Two of Swords. I just feel like there's going to be action regarding, I think, investigating him. I'm getting the cards that I usually get before somebody gets investigated or as they're getting investigated. And I feel like this could be Kamala and another woman making a choice. It's kind of like there's a pause. They're looking to observe something before they act. And they're going to be watching him. He is going to lose happiness he didn't know that he had, is what I just got. It's like, whoa! He's going to lose a lot of that smug, well, everybody could get that settlement kind of attitude. That's going to take a good hard thwack. Postponement. See, yet again, I don't think his health is going to be well. And it could be connected. You could see some health problems coming in with his paraplegia, but stress-induced. Maybe he's spending too much time up. He needs to be careful, definitely, of getting sores and this kind of thing. I'm sure he will be taken care of for life. He'd have better care than anybody else probably that I know of out there that's a fellow disabled person. But I'm seeing that, I think ill health. I'm a bit surprised because he looks like he takes good care of himself. I'm sure he's probably healthier than many people, but the stress may be the kicker here, and how he responds. Is he staying up too long? Is he forgetting to shift in his wheelchair? This will cause you to get sores, and they can take a long time to heal. I just don't know that that's what he'll get, but it looks to me like we're going to see a very angry, frustrated, upset individual who is feeling sorry for himself because of the loss of privilege that he had. But at least the universe will be able to get through to him finally. And I see this postponement of his power or his ability to act is going to really wind him up. I see, I feel like he's going to get whiny and angry. I'm feeling that also childish. Oh, he's got a very childish expectation. Page of Cups, he'd be the King of Cups, but here he's acting like the Page. And here comes the Sun. And it just shows that he is not used to being told no. This guy is used to getting his way and then some. And I think this is, again, one of those first time for everything, buddy. You get to be told no and get to feel what it feels like to be crippled in a world that where you're not the top dog and you can't overcome what you would normally experience. This is going to change. It's going to wipe this naivete, I think, clear it out, wipe it off his face is what I get. Yeah! I think there's going to be a lot of dependence on his wife. And it wouldn't surprise me if she's an earth sign. I'll have to check. Not that it particularly matters, but I feel like it's her there that he's going to lean on to get through something. Get through this difficulty. Beginning. I feel that he's definitely going to have something going on that's looking at him and investigating him and looking at his successes, his connection, his benefits. Like, did you get any extra good deals for putting this through? This sort of thing. This is that good old boy energy and network and dealing again. But here, he's trying to be a little more shifty and a little more careful about what he's doing in real time. And with regard to the activities he did, I think, for Trump, that were beneficial to Trump. They're looking it over. Yes, there's our King of Swords. And this is him and Gregg. Now, this could possibly be another crackpot Republican that is a air sign, but I think this is his connection and loyalty to Trump. Loyal to him, it looks like, through to the end. And he's going to take a friggin' beating. He's going to take a friggin' beating here. I don't think he's going to win. I think that he thought that he would join up and that they would be so powerful, him and Trump and all of them. And they were, but I feel like the last laugh is on them. The strength, I think, is not within. There's going to be balance brought to imbalance, where he's brought imbalance to, and not done by the rules, or where he's been too greedy. I think he's going to run into a bit of a problem here. And it goes back a long time with this nostalgia card of the Six of Cups. This goes back a long way. Good old buddies from way back when is what I get. Helping him out. And him helping them. It's the old, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And this is the way it once was. I think they were able to pull each other out of trouble. But this might be a warning that that's no longer, that's the past. Because you're dreaming, it's saying. You're being dreamy and daydreaming about bringing, and the Empress. I just feel like there's women here. That this is to do with money, and this is to do with real wealth. A lot of money, a lot of wealth. That is personal gain. So emollients clause they might be looking into that with him. That kind of stuff. Because there's definitely the greed is just unfettered. It is, they're just snatching it up. They're so greedy. I think that they will be, as they are being actively investigated, there's still, I feel like he's still trying to be, of course, be up to no good. Why would I think that he would suddenly stop? Because that would make sense. But no, we still see he's fighting, going to fight this, what they try and when they try to investigate him for stuff. But I think that they can look at his at the bigger picture, they're going to have success in doing that, especially who's given him help and who's in whose pockets, you know? And it shows here that there's been some audacity, real audacity and foolishness. And just bold as brass in what they've done. Things that he's been involved in. Very bold, greedy motivation. And it's not smart. The cards are even saying it's stupid. Oh, yes. Knight of Pentacles and the Devil. He's obsessed. And he's thoroughly corrupt. And what he's lined himself up with is corruption. With the Knight of Pentacles, it means he has put his efforts toward corruption. And he will be... You can't hide the devil for only... You can only hide the devil for so long. And I just think it's going to become unbearable for him to stay. Because they just are going to... He's not going to be shown in a good light. Yeah, here we go with trying to bring harmony and stop this chaos that he is sowing by either censuring him, so something maybe like that. I'm sorry, you know, I don't know all that stuff, but I feel like this is them restricting him. This is possibly even legal repercussion of restriction about where he can go, what he can do. He could be in legal trouble there. I'm saying like this could be looking at like possible prison even with this, especially that kind of devil shit. Yeah. He's so greedy, this guy. Ugh. But his greed is overcoming his better sense. And so he is willing to be the biggest thug and a bully and a horrible person. And he doesn't care that it hurts other people more. He should care. This is so wrong. It's such bad karma when you're in a chair to do that. Or not, but even especially more so. There's just I'll talk about that another time. But this guy, he's dragging his own ass down the drain. He will not win. Here's his deceit and the Three of Swords and his traitordom. He will have heartbreak for it. He will pay for it. And there will be people that also will have to feel the pain by what things that he's done, that to finally the outrage. I get. But he will, I think, have to walk away at the end of the day, and it will be clear that he is donezo. That he will not be returning to politics. Just curious where he ends up going. Seven of Cups. Wishy-washy. And the Five of Wands, he is still fighting. He's going to be fighting, I think, making legal fights personal. That should get pretty ugly. And then we see, I think, that's actually going to be him passing, I feel like. He will eventually withdraw from social life. You won't hear as much. He will not be happy nor content. I think he'll be kind of a grumpy old bee. And I feel like he will then pass. I really do. I feel like that's the passing point. Down, way down into the future. And I think that his finances... There's dwindle. I got the word dwindle with this when I saw it. It's like the Ten of Wands laying on that Ten of Pentacles. The family money, I think, is going to be in bad shape. He may pass from a great deal of worry about his money. The man's obsessed with money. Abbott is a money junkie. Just another one of them. Yep, and he has the Tower. And as far as the public, he will be over with. The public are going to, he will not have a good reputation at the end of the day. His name will be fallen. And that's what I have on Gregg Abbott, governor, right at this time, of Texas. So if you like my content, please, please, please make sure that you are still subscribed and share. And please make sure that you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much.